I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. So sign here. A sign of the times in the Big K. First the ladies, then the gents. Rockin' good times at Lewis Central. St. Albert invades Titans country. The 5th-ranked Lynx cross the river into another state. Is it worth it? Hey, what's your worth? Are you an animal?
I'm Kaylee Putnam, and I'm going to Missouri State to play soccer.
And I'm Allie DeMaturco, and I'm going to Northern Iowa to play soccer.
And the Bluffs Sports Zone starts right now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Well, it's that time of year again. Time to sign on the dotted line. Signing day in the Bluffs. So what's it going to be for the Reavers? Well, it seems like every year Iowa Western comes in with a bumper crop, and it appears this year is no exception. Last time we saw the Reavers, All-American Taj Williams was doing his thing, and the dark side did its thing. And the result, another bowl game victory. Now, Iowa Western's got to replace 29 players from that team. It starts in the offensive backfield. Big Blue signs 3 quarterbacks and 3 running backs, starting with Kurt Walding, a 6'2", 210-pound QB from Iowa Class 4A champ West Des Moines Dowling.
Won a state championship. So he's a leader. He comes highly recommended. We've had a lot of kids from Dowling that I respect. Coach Wilson, what he does there. We're excited. I think that's one of the traits you got to get with that position. Guys who know how to win, what it takes to win, and expect to win. I'm excited about the quarterback, Justin Blake, that we got from Illinois. Again, a state champion. In Illinois, the highest class there. Showcases a lot of ability running and throwing the football. We signed 6 O-linemen, and one of them had FCS offers. Big, good size, that they don't need to come in and maybe put on weight. They're ready to go. We identified some needs. I think the big thing we wanted to do this year was get more length and athleticism, and I think we did that in the secondary. That's our number one recruiting tool, is how we help kids get on to the next level, and that's why they come here. We have 29, we still got a couple more that we'll try to get. They're still working on some things, but another solid group of former players moving on.
We're coming to you from
Moving on with a program that doesn't rebuild, it just reloads. Now 20 in-state recruits, including running back T-Boy White here from Johnston, set to check in along with 14 out-of-staters. Now 5 guys already enrolled. Spring practice kicks off March 31st. Okay, so the machine that is the Iowa Western football program just continues to crank them out. But what about around town? Well, it's kind of odd this year. I only had to make just one pit stop.
That's how you play through the damn whistle! You play through the whistle, you're going the damn corners! Yeah!
Who will ever forget? The Titans fight their way to the Class 4A quarterfinals. Now 5 from that history-making team are moving on, starting with the big tight end and 4-year starter, Mitchell Brinkman.
Definitely the coaching staff and the players that are on the team. I got to hang out with a couple of the tight ends on the team, and they're a close group of guys, and I just can't wait to work with them.
Just feel at home?
Yeah, definitely. It's like a second home.
I felt like Wyoming was the best choice for me. I feel like they'll invest and put more time into me as a football player and as a person, rather than just a number.
Everybody thought, I thought, I'd be in Iowa State because my dad's where my dad went. So, from the beginning, it's kind of what I thought. But Iowa just seemed like a perfect fit after a while, and I love it there. So excited.
Obviously, they're all raised right, come from good families. It's a reflection of their folks and what they've accomplished. So proud of them. Very proud of all of them.
National Signing Day. A day they'll all remember. The Fab Five from LC, going their separate ways, but never forgetting where they came from.
1, 2, 3, ties!
From signing on the dotted line to a sign of the times, two of the top high school girl basketball teams around give it a run. But first, running and gunning in the Big K when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Plus Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below. Look, seriously.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
Talk about a tale of two games. Last time they met, the Blackhawks swooped in, shot down the Reavers by 10. And this time? Well, for one, this time it's at home. In Iowa Western is without its big gun. Remember? Donovan Jackson, the Iowa State recruit, broke his hand in that loss at Northeast. So it's a different deal all the way around. Here's IWTV student Ben Smith.
The Reavers look to bounce back from a loss at State Fair. Minutes in, Teague Bowl throws it down with authority. Oh. Next possession, Colin Weaver comes off the screen. Nothing but net. Home team up 15-14. The Hawks would take their only lead of the game after the timeout. Kevin Matoyer hits from deep. But Teague will have something to say about that. The sophomore from Omaha South finishes with 19 points, 8 boards, and 5 blocks. Iowa Western leads 39-29 at intermission. The Reavers go on a 19-4 run to start the second half. Donovan Walker drills it from deep. The freshman knocked down 8. Later on, Colin Weaver from the wing. Kaboom! The home team shoots 62% from the field in the second half. Weaver needs a heat check. The sophomore leads away with a team-high 14. And the route is on. Marquel Beasley inside, throws it down. Reavers cruise 83-66.
We're coming together as a team. Had a little setback, but we're coming together pretty solid now. And I'm excited for the playoffs coming up.
I thought our kids came out and responded pretty well. Had a good run, started the second half, and they did a nice job. Sometimes you come off a loss, it's tough to get rallied back up, but they did a pretty good job.
The Reavers hit the road for a regional showdown at Southeastern. The Blackhawks come away with the 68-60 victory. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Ben Smith.
Thanks, Ben. And then there's the ladies. Now, the Reavers have had some knockdown dragouts with the Hawks over the years, so why would this time be any different? Here's the newest member to our BSZ juggernaut, IWTV student Javon Johnson.
After a tough 70-68 league win over Northeastern, the Reavers host Central CC. First quarter, Katie Cunningham hits the long two. Raiders come right back. Tisha Snyder gets her own rebound and lays it in. The freshman leads the visitors with 12 points. Iowa Western with the balanced attack. Lade Adepoju with the steal and easy bucket. Home team leads 24-14 after one. Second quarter, another Central turnover. Leads to a Kendra Hicks all the way down the court, easy deuce. A big night for Blair Thomas, the sophomore from Waterloo, leads the way with 16 points and 9 rebounds. Thomas, she comes in and she gets the sweet reverse. All Reavers at the half, 51-36. Second half, it's more or less the same. Big Blue with the steal. Chanel Pell gets the shot to fall. The sophomore finishes with 12 points. 16th ranked Iowa Western runs away from Central 91-61.
I'm excited about all the girls got a chance to get out there and show what they did. Alicia Mountain had a great game coming off the bench. She scored in double digits. We had 4 different girls scoring in double digits, so it was a very balanced scoring for all of our girls.
How do you dominate the paint like you do?
I think it's just like motivation. Like you have to want to go get the ball. I want to go get the first rebound, be the first one to go get it.
The Reavers have 4 regular season games left. 2 on the road, 2 at home. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Javon Johnson.
Animal House comes to Lewis Central. So did St. Albert. 2 for the price of 1 after the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
Get your ass. You're not sitting here. Yes, I am. Move.
Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Your future is here at CBTV. You're in the game. You take the shots. It's your story. The Media Studies program at Iowa Western. Real reality TV starring you. For more information, go to iwcc.edu. Seems like every time these two step into the ring, it goes the distance, like last year. And now, for the latest chapter. Of course, I'm talking St. Albert and Lewis Central. And the usual, forget the records, throw them all out the window. I mean, it's such a cliche, but it's so true. Here's IWTV student Dylan Lindberg.
In-town rivals square off in Council Bluffs as St. Albert travels to Lewis Central. LC sinking the Falcons early as Mitchell Brinkman finds Blake Elam and he splashes the three-pointer. Titans lead 7-0. The visitors don't score until 1:36 left in the first quarter. Jacob Carley sinks the tray here. Home team leading 9-5 after 1. Lewis Central goes on a 17-4 run in the second quarter. Chad Moran goes coast to coast. The junior scores 2 of his 16 points for the game, 21-9 LC. More from the Titans as Blake Elam connects with 3 of his game-high 17 points. Home team leads 31-16 at the break. St. Albert comes out strong in the second half as Travis Miller goes to work. Hits back-to-back threes. The senior finishes with 9 points. The Falcons get as close as 11, but as the quarter ends, Chad Moran drives in and scores. Lewis Central leads 47-34 after 3. Fourth quarter, Titans come out strong. Ja'Kai Baker and the foul. The big man finishes with 9 points. LC outscores the Falcons 10-3 in the quarter. Baker puts the exclamation point on the game. Lewis Central wins 57-37.
I just thought we, whether we were man or zone, either one, I just thought we made it difficult for them to score. Didn't give them anything easy. They had to work for everything, and so really pleased with the guys defensively.
We need to continue to step it up on defense every night, and our shots have been falling, so if we continue that, we'll be pretty well.
Fact of the matter is, LC came out sharp. We came out flat offensively. We play a lot of young guys, and I think we can play a little tight. And, in a big game like this, this game always has a little bit extra juice to it. And a lot of these young guys is their first experience with that in a big atmosphere. And we just kind of came out flat.
This is a wake-up call for us. At practice, we have to bring it 100%. Everyone needs to put in the effort at practice and not go through the motions, because then games like this will happen when we don't bring it 100%.
The Titans have beaten St. Albert in 5 of the last 6 times. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindberg.
Thanks, Dylan. Now to one of the top teams in the state. Now, Abraham Lincoln is unbeaten in Iowa, and the Lynx' only loss, what, Minnesota? Okay, now, how about Nebraska? Here's IDUB TV student Dylan Hall.
It's a top 10 showdown in the Husker State. 6th-ranked Abraham Lincoln takes on number 3 Papillion La Vista. AL starts out hot on its first possession. Adam Barrett, nothing but net. Then Devin Logan banks in his only 3 points. Lynx jump out to a 17-8 lead after the first quarter. The home team comes out ready in the second quarter. Sophomore center Ed Chang stretching the floor, reins in the 3. Chang takes control. He gets the rebound, puts it back up and in. Number 22 finishes with a team-high 19, but AL leads 26-23 at the half. The Monarchs come out of the break running. Ayo Akinwall puts it in and the foul. The junior finishes with 16. Papillion storms to a 36-29 lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Abraham Lincoln comes right back. Tony Bonner cleans up the miss. The senior scores a game-high 21 as the visitors trail 39-37 through 3 quarters. To the fourth we go. Bonner again drops it home. AL takes the lead 41-39. The Lynx look to pull away. Adam Barrett knocks down 3 of his 9 to cap a 15-1 run. Visitors up by 5 with 5 minutes to go. 2 minutes left, still up by 5. One more time for Barrett. He puts the nail in the coffin. Abraham Lincoln gets the 65-58 win.
Having some seniors to rely on is nice, that have been through that environment. And I thought they responded awesome. Just kind of dug down, got some stops. Really at the end of the third to get us back in it, and then the whole fourth quarter.
It's kind of a big game. Momentum hit me, and my teammate found me open for a shot, and I took it.
The big out-of-state win moves Abraham Lincoln to 16-1 with just 4 games remaining in the regular season. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Hall.
Thanks, Steve. So the Lynx pull one out Nebraska on Friday night. Abraham Lincoln then buses it to Missouri on Saturday and wins again. 2 games out of state less than 24 hours apart, and AL answers the bell. Bodes well for the postseason, and it's almost here. The Lynx now 16-1, a season to remember. Lewis Central reaches the 500 mark at 8-8. The Falcons making a push at 11-7, and the struggles continue down on Broadway. Now, you think the boys' game was a little wild? What about the girls? 2 of the top high school basketball teams in Southwest Iowa. And like I said before, just forget about the records. Just throw them all out the window. Here's IDUB TV student Joel Divick.
The end of the season draws nearer, making the city showdown between Lewis Central and St. Albert just as important as ever. Start of the game, Kai Madsen with the rainbow. LC takes the early lead. The visitors answer back. Alyssa Carley on the drive. The senior finishes with 13 points. Saints up 9-5 at the end of the first quarter. St. Albert continues its run. Carley dishes to Kaylin Wettengale. Senior star Paige Beacom is there to put it back. Saints grab a 17-16 lead late in the half. Lewis Central would then take control. The Titans close it out on a 7-0 run. Alyssa Pomeranke heaves it. A 40-footer at the buzzer. LC leads 23-17 at the break. Fourth quarter, St. Albert does not go quietly. Beacom on the run and gets the and one. 44-41 home team with 2:20 to play, but the Titans aren't going to be denied. LC goes 5 of 7 from the charity stripe, and Madsen finds Maddie Paulson on the break. LC closes out the 51-43 victory on senior night.
I think we did pretty good. We played our game. We executed and ran the ball. But overall, I think we played pretty good.
This is a tough game to play every year. I mean, anytime we play a Council Bluff school,
you know, you can kind of throw out the records to a certain extent. It's going to be a brawl most of the time. So we knew it was going to be tough coming in. We're just glad that we were able to finish tonight and walk out of here with a win.
We came out really well. Like, we just pushed the ball and our defense was really good, and we just knew that we came out and we have nothing to lose.
You know, I think we just need to crash, you know, the boards a little harder on the offensive end, and then do a little bit better job of finding people. That's another area that I think we can, you know, try to work on and make improvement before, you know, tournament starts here.
The third-ranked Titans snapped the Saints' 7-game winning streak. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Joel Dievik.
Thanks, Joel. Now, the Saints really put up a fight, but the Titans roll on at 16-1. St. Albert still right behind at 15-4. Abraham Lincoln just the opposite at 5-14. Thomas Jefferson 2-17. The postseason pate is almost here. Up next, our play of the week. Follow the bouncing ball. And the shirt off his back. And his. And his. And his. On the other side.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. December 17th through the 19th, local teams go head-to-head on the hardwood at the MAC Shootout. Then see America's favorite traveling train show at the Train Expo January 2nd and 3rd. And the action doesn't get any bigger than Monster Jam January 9th and 10th. Over at the Convention Center January 10th, there's endless inspiration at the Wedding Essentials Bridal University. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
Okay, it's decision time. I want flexibility, more doing, hands-on experience, and working sooner. I gotta make a choice. I want to get started, now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
When I caught wind of this next story, I was like, interesting. These guys must be real animals. But then that's not necessarily the case. Tradition, it's everywhere. And it takes shape in many different forms. And in this particular case, it's a t-shirt. Just your normal, everyday t-shirt. Well, not exactly.
Started about 30 years ago. I basically wore just to kind of pump myself up, and when I got done that year, I passed it on to my wrestling partner, Craig Wilberding.
When I handed off to Eric Peterson, I had no idea that it was going to survive one more year, and then every 5 years I would check in on it, and it was still being passed on.
It's still being passed on 30 years later. There have been 28 wrestling animals at Lewis Central, and the current wearer of the tradition, Titan senior Hayden Waldstein.
You definitely feel responsibility because people know you as the animal. They expect a lot more from you, and they expect you to be a leader of the team and also an accomplished wrestler.
26 pounds, most of those accomplished wrestlers are here on this 30th reunion of animals. Time to reminisce.
He was second as a junior and first as a senior. Every animal has went to state except me. So that's the only thing that differentiates me from the rest of the animals.
Adam Bendorf, of course, same type of mentality and toughness.
Adam Bendorf had the best double leg I've ever seen.
Look at the number of animals that are out there. They've all grown into be good young men and good adults. But it signifies just that in and of itself, Titan Wrestling is one, no matter what decade we're from.
11 business professionals, 9 of them are at the top of their business with titles like owner, director, vice president.
That shirt meant that somebody respected you to hand that down to you, and they trusted you to take care of it and hand it down to the right person below you.
1987, Eric Peterson, Kansas City, Missouri.
there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Having it on my back, it's just an honor for me to know that my teammates and everybody around me supported me and knew that I could be the best I could be for them.
Hayden Waldstein's the best on this night. The 195-pounder, only the fourth Titan to wear the animal shirt for more than one season, wastes no time and sticks his opponent from Harlan. Now Waldstein's 100th career win, befitting of an animal. Tradition. It takes shape in many different forms. In this particular case, it's a shirt. Not just your normal, everyday t-shirt. No, as we found, more. Much, much more. Now, we started with signing day, so let's sign in with a little bit more. From here to there. The Iowa Western women's soccer team is sending another to Division I. Reaver keeper Haley Johnson will be making saves at South Florida. The sophomore from Utah signs on with the Bulls.
They've been top 25 2 years in a row, and they have great academics for me. I'm going to be majoring in criminal justice.
Remember the Titans. Kaylee Putnam will be punching them in at Missouri State. Now Kaylee signs on with the Bears. And fellow senior Allie Demiturco is headed to the University of Northern Iowa. But first, for this dynamic duo, one more season at Lewis Central and hopefully another trip to state. Now it's time for our play of the week, brought to you by Buena Vista University. The 16th ranked Reavers, coming off an emotional win against Northeast, shoot down Central by 30. Blair Thomas leads the charge. The super soph from Waterloo puts down 16 points, grabs 9 rebounds. Blair Thomas with our play or plays of the week. The play of the week is brought to you by Buena Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. Another crazy show. Another show with a little bit of everything. But that's the thing about the BSC. It's never boring. It's always a grand adventure, and it's only February. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper-Blunt. So, for this latest edition of the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.